Welcome back to a little bit more of Into the Maelstrom, where Seph has something in store for us, I'm sure.
Yes.
We'll all be glad to hear that Christopher Walken unicorn again.
Yes.
Yep.
So,
Yes. The Vulcan reference.
Dungeon Master Seph, would you like to tell us a story?
Yes. Last week, our fearless party returned from the top of the Drakon Spire, reunited Neil the Barbarian with his family, and made our way towards the Fey Forest on the northern side of the island. There, they found an ancient Arcadian laboratory, within which they learned the Arcadians had tried to clone the Platinum Dragon Bahamut. With the help of a phoenix, they succeeded in destroying this abomination, and Storm was given a phoenix feather, with which he would be able to ask one question of the phoenix. In the process, they end up finding and rescuing the unicorn they've been sent to look into. We continue now in the forest as the party make their way out, accompanying their newfound clippity-clop friend.
Who's ridden by Anarchy.
Yes. Don't let them know you know.
Let's just put on some music.
All is well in the Fey Forest once more. The music says so.
Yeah. As you look around, everything starts looking a lot healthier. More green.
Yes!
And you don't hear the hissing of the small spirits of the Fae anymore.
Yeah, they're
Not
chill now.
hissing.
Pardon?
Is the squirrel still outside?
Yeah, he's still sat on the tree branch.
Hi! We're back!
The squirrel just waves. So, you continue to follow the unicorn, so eventually leads you to a large woodland glade.
Seph,
Yeah.
I would like to say, Bolt's gonna take a bit of his own initiative and shoot up above the forest, and he's gonna try and take a look for the big sexy phoenix lady.
He can... Yeah, roll a perception for that.
Where is your perception, boyo?
Usually
Yeah.
under performance, near performance.
He cannot see any phoenix on the horizon.
Aww.
Maybe because she returned to the plane of fire.
Hey! Hearts beat eternal!
Bolt is going to glance wistfully at the sunset every night now.
He may well do so!
It reminds me of her plumage!
Since in comparison to the speed at which he shot up, yeah, his speed coming back down and perching on Storm's shoulder is much slower. Aww. And he just kind of leans against Storm's face. It's like, oh, what's got into you? Oh, this is a weird feeling coming from you. Whoa.
Okay, what's going on?
Bolt's got the love bug.
But
He's
you see
something's doing all the flippity flops and turning inside out. It's getting all hot and it's getting all cold, like Squish did before, and me.
Did you see a particularly alluring sparrow or something?
No, I feel his thoughts and he's thinking of the Phoenix all the time.
Well,
1 second.
in a
Oh,
sense,
boy.
she was a hot lady.
Literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Well, I can talk about literally. I'm not very much into birds.
This conversation
In this
makes me
case.
uncomfortable.
I understand, yes.
Bolt
Well,
actually
I
falls.
would say Jeremiah and Storm, both of you roll an insight.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I have no idea what you're thinking. And neither
Yeah.
have we.
Jeremiah, you just feel like it's got very cold around here all of a sudden. Storm, you can just see the look from Ardeth's eyes.
It's gotten a bit chill.
Oh. Well, gee, I'm sorry, Ardeth, I can't help it if my boy's fallen in love. But I do understand.
All I can say is he's a lousy picker.
It's a good thing Bolt's kind of like beside himself with like love and loss right now, and he's fallen off of Storm's shoulder and into his arms where he's like being all melodramatic with his wing. I'm like, "Ah!" It's like, oh, cruel fate to part us.
It would be a very
In
different
fact-
world if we could decide who we fall in love with.
In fact, Storm, would you like to make a history check?
Sure.
Yeah, you remember from... Actually, you were departing when you saw Ardeth's vision.
Yes.
You remember that Ardeth's sister was basically experimenting with a fire elemental and had
Oh, I do.
basically been corrupted by it.
I do. I understand Ardeth's distress and distaste. But Storm isn't the one who controls how his son feels.
Kinda you
But he
are.
will keep strum on the subject. Technically, the player is, not Storm.
And your father and I say you're not allowed to date her.
That only makes them long for the other.
Yep.
More. Because absence makes the heart go yonder.
So yeah, Storm's just gonna zip his lip and just comfort his crooning son
Well,
in his arms.
Well,
And Jeremiah's gonna get a message via Awakened Mind. Yeah, I don't think I should mention Bolt's love life around Ardeth for a while. Bit of a touchy subject.
you're getting a raised eyebrow from Jeremiah.
Let's just say that Ardeth doesn't agree in Bolt's choice of their mate.
I think I should make a history check.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'll let you have that with advantage, because you definitely were there for the vision.
Yes.
Yeah, you
Oh,
definitely remember the fire
yeah. 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 They're getting a little bit ahead of us.
And that little tidbit, that little side bit, where poor Bolt is like, hit by Cupid's cruel arrows! We may continue.
Soft. But light from yonder window breaks. She is the light.
Also, she's very, very hot. Ow! I'm
You
burning with love. And other stereotypical things people say.
You continue to the clearing. The unicorn makes its way in front of this very large tree And it's that kind of awkward sitting down thing some horses do. I thank you all for saving me. It was not a predicament I particularly enjoyed.
No, definitely not. I imagine there are few to none who would. We came on behalf of one Sir Fotheringhay. Do you have some means of contacting him?
Oh,
To let him know
yes,
that you are
yes.
safe?
I have my means. You watch as he kind of clops his hoof a couple of times, and this little pixie kind of flits over. They say some. Can anyone speak Sylvan?
I believe
Still
not.
no. I believe you
Yeah.
asked that question last time.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few words exchanged. She nods. He goes, "He will be informed, along with Her Majesty, that I am safe. But yes, what would you like as reward?"
I'm guessing by the silence, our crew doesn't have any specific requests.
I'm fairly certain Anarchy would like to have chocolate pudding.
Chocolate pudding.
Then again, that would be the captain's wish, not mine.
Well,
I mean, I hate to be dull, but good old-fashioned gold is... you can never go wrong with that, but you are a unicorn. I doubt you have huge piles of gold hanging around.
alas, no. Gold is not exactly in abundance in the forest.
Nope, no sorry, Bob. There's plenty of magic in the forest, though.
That, my friend, is very true. Perhaps. Of course. There's a few more moments. Another fairy kind of comes along. He whispers something, then you hear grunting and groaning in very high-pitched voices suddenly at your feet. These dozen or so pixies are dragging a heavy-looking box towards you.
Let me give you a hand. And Jeremiah makes his way over and assists the fairies.
Okay, 1 second. I just need to look and see what.
After all, he's not taking it because he's not been given it. He's just trying to help lift it.
As you lift the box, the unicorn nods. I had these made a long time ago, just in case. After all, there used to be regular adventurers coming in here once upon a time. But these are for you.
And I open the box.
Yeah, don't keep me in
Inside-
suspense.
Inside the box, you find 6 potions of superior healing.
Oh,
That might actually be what we will need on our next
no
voyage.
fooling, no fooling. We get hit so hard now, the potions of healing, the good old regular kind, just aren't cutting it anymore.
Yeah. Then again, one could cut glass with your muscle edges.
Yes, you are indeed. But some of us here would call a magnificent piece of beef.
Well, they certainly know how to call it how they see it.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh boy, here we go. The Fae are ogling storm!
Why are there so many fireflies around you?
Oh, Squish! It's adorable!
Yeah, stop. You can absolutely see lots of female pixies just kind of swooning over you from the tree branches. For us to actually fall out.
Oh!
They should draw a portrait of you. Maybe that lasts longer. Oh.
Suddenly one of the pictures pulls out a little, a little scrap of paper and scribbles for you.
Yep.
Furiously. Sadly, they have no art skills, and it's a stick figure with cat ears.
Gee, Jeremiah, you sure you don't want a portrait of me for your own keeping?
No, I am well satisfied with another image that I have. Well, that of my lady.
Yes.
What did you think?
Yes,
I'm talking about my Minotaur lady.
Ardeth, how have you survived this kind of embarrassment?
Usually by digging my own grave.
Ardeth?
What? Yes, Orla.
No, usually just let them go. Sometimes they manage to figure themselves out.
Yeah. And sometimes we better abandon those pieces of banter. Anyway, mighty unicorn.
Please. You may address me by my proper name. Phil.
Phil the unicorn.
Alright. Thank you, Phil the mighty unicorn.
Well, Phil's kind of looking around the group. He noticed, did anyone actually snigger as he said his name?
Not in character, no. Squish is still
On character.
distracted.
No. Stormpeak Hill is a majestic name for a unicorn.
My true name is unpronounceable in your language.
Also, it's Welsh.
Close.
It's probably in Celestial, so now my headcanon is Celestial is Welsh.
No.
Nah, don't listen to me.
No, it's in German.
Welsh is Sylvan. Welsh is Sylvan.
That makes sense, actually. Yeah. Okay.
I was thinking more of he would say his name and just open his mouth, just start screeching wildly.
I always figured Welsh would be infernal because of all the L's.
But
Well,
yes.
it has a few interesting sounds. The Gaelic languages. Anyway.
Yes. So, is there anything else I can do to aid you?
Jeremiah looks at the group.
Now we gotta think real hard about this before we leave, because if we go, we're not gonna get another opportunity. We got potions. We got potions of superior healing. I don't think we're lacking in any real capacity for anything.
I'd say something like unicorn tears, but you know.
Yeah, I don't know. Orla doesn't know what kind of things the unicorn can help with.
Do you know what, Seph? Storm is a nature boy. He's a nature magic boy. Surely he would know about... Well, maybe he would know about services a unicorn can offer.
Roll me a Arcana check.
Oh boy. Roll good, boy.
Good luck.
Give me 1 sec to look this up. Unicorn. Da-da-da-da.
It's better to have a unicorn than a unicron.
Much better to have a unicorn than a unicron.
Hmm.
One is a creature of good. The other one eats planets.
Yes, indeed.
You know that unicorns are basically innate healers. Their main thing they offer is healing.
But we've all been healed up, so we're pretty good
Well.
for health.
I mean, oh, great. Thanks, D.
I love it.
Hmm.
I think everyone's pretty stumped, Seph.
Unless you can think of a way to keep Mitty safe.
Rest assured, he's pretty capable of taking care of himself.
Squish thinks back to the last battle. Hugs his neck.
Bear in mind, in the last battle, you were fighting a god.
Well,
Not the first time.
a mockery of a god.
Ah, but the mockery of a god still has a divine spark. Therefore, it is still a god.
True, it did basically just go nope to Sammy and Orla's powers because, well, they were trying to use the power of Bahamut against Bahamut. The universe itself considered it a god, and we kicked its ass, so yay us!
Let's just be glad that Bahamut is on our side.
The real genuine deal.
Yes.
I suppose, given as I'm being a divine nature myself, I could take a message to the gods, if you so desire.
Okay. This is delicious. We can send a message to the gods, guys.
Yes. The question is, which god?
Not the crazy one.
As much as I'd like to send a message to Sune telling her to back the fuck off, bitch, I doubt she will listen.
She would see it probably more as a challenge.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Still, we do have some followers of Bahamut who might be feeling a bit perturbed following their experience. Like, I don't know how you guys feeling.
I mean, what a blasphemous incarnation of my deity. If at all possible, I would very much like him to come down and cleanse this area.
I wouldn't worry about that. For us, reclaim what is down there.
The very nature of this place itself will take it back in swift course.
Well, I meant more cleanse it with fire, but
Yeah, I don't think the Fey Force would like that very much.
Also, I think that place got cleansed pretty decently.
Now, here's a question for you, Seph. Would Orla know, or be able to presume, rather, be able to safely presume that Bahamut is aware of this? Or is this something that Bahamut should be told about? Would Orla know that innately, or because if Orla thinks even for a moment that Bahamut should be told about this, that would be a message she would want delivered.
I will point out you both basically have hotlines to Bahamut anyway.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the moment they have a chance to pray, and that is happening, she's going to tell Bahamut all about it.
So that's a religion check, please.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. Actually, no, it's an
Okay.
insight, sorry.
Insight. You got it. Orla. Insight. There we go.
Mm, I would say you're fairly confident Bahamut would know.
Okay. I'm certain, or no, it's just I'm fairly confident that Bahamut is aware of this, and I have no other gods to speak to.
Well, I guess we're.
Storm, you want to talk to someone? The Cat Lord, maybe?
I wouldn't know what to ask of him right now. He seems to be busy with his own shit.
True.
Like, he'll just turn up whenever he feels like it, and frankly, I'm running with a different crowd now.
Or maybe you want to talk to that guy.
I did
No,
consider it, but yeah, he's kind of beyond all the other gods. I frankly wouldn't want to put Phil in danger. Not that I think Aquanox would take issue with someone just delivering a message, but that's presuming he could even get to Aquanox. And I haven't got anything I want to immediately let Aquanox know.
Alright,
Yeah, can unicorns even swim?
I have a 600-meter breaststroke certificate, I'll have you know.
Well, that is most impressive. Yeah, I appreciate you thinking of me, Jeremiah, but there's nothing I need to immediately let Aquanox know. Except perhaps, sorry I forgot to give you your cupcake.
I'm fairly certain he is understanding.
Perhaps I could instead divine prophecy.
Sure, why not?
Hopefully
Okay,
it's not too far in the future.
you watch as Phil closes his eyes, concentrates. The land to the north will find a great forger of weapons, one who even rivals the gods. You'll need his art to help you defeat the usurper you have pursued so diligently.
Now that does sound important.
And that does sound like it deals with our old friend.
Ah yes, the one you've often talked about and I've never met. Am I right on the money?
Well, you met him, but in disguise, I believe. Maybe? I don't know.
Storm has not met Harriman once, not even in his disguise as the Reverend Alesmouth, I believe.
Nope.
Nope.
Well,
He arrived just after that.
Well, you barely missed him. But yes, Lord Harrimont.
And we're going to need help from someone from the island to the north who forges weapons that rival gods. That's pretty badass.
Yes, but the thing is, if we need someone whose weapons can rival gods, that's
The weapons that rival the gods. I mean, he's such a good blacksmith that he rivals the god of the forge.
that makes a lot things a little less heavy.
Look, prophecies are one of those things which can't really make too clear. Kind of have a bit of ambiguity. Sort of part of the process.
Yes,
It's
you have to be
part-
dramatic and all that.
Exactly.
Mysterious.
part of the fun, I presume.
And not so much part of the fun, more part of the rules.
Mm.
I mean, the future's not set in stone, Jeremiah. That's probably why they're vague. Because they're subject to change.
Yes, especially when you know what is
Sadly.
Yeah.
planned to happen.
I mean, you haven't met a fortune teller.
Ah, yes, Miss Fortune. Speaking
Oh
of her.
god, not her.
Oh, you know her!
Let's just say we've had run-ins in the past.
Was she always caterwailing at you as well? I have the feeling that's a big I don't know.
I think that's the face of a traumatized unicorn.
All that.
Through. Testing. I was still coming through.
Hello.
There you
Yes,
go.
you
Yeah,
are.
you're good.
Right.
There's no gap for me.
Right, because I'm in the connection problems with Roll20, so...
Oh, no.
Oh, now, though.
It begins.
Yeah.
Well, Roll20 was a little piece of shit to me as well earlier.
Be gone.
Yeah, Phil kind of... Let's just say that, she got very friendly with, the magic... Even though he's...
Hang on, you cut out a bit, Seph.
Let's just say that, she got into a drinking match with, Her Majesty's son and got very close to him.
Oh. Oh.
When that...
So then,
Yes, okay, so she is a bit of a hands-on person, yes.
Very much so.
She certainly was.
Well,
Yikes.
yes,
appreciates these references.
it's well, I think she's gotten better now, at least in that regard.
Mm.
Keeping her hands to herself.
There was a lot for her to get her hands on.
Yes.
Squish blinks.
Anyway, we should probably go and find the blacksmith whose skill rivals that of the gods.
Are you forgetting something, Jeremiah? We
Remind
promised
me
to help-
again.
We promised to help Ardeth with her business in Arcadia.
True. We should probably do that still. We should be on our way. First to Arcadia and then to the blacksmith. Though I had a moment where I thought maybe the stuff he makes would give us a fighting chance against all of the advanced technology they have.
I can't deny it's a fair idea.
Then again, a promise is a promise.
Exactly. Plus, we did all agree on that plan.
Yes.
Like we were kind of discussing it for a while. So it was good to finally set it in stone.
Yes.
Very well. You will have my eternal gratitude. Now please, go forth in peace, light, love, all that good stuff.
And the same to you too, oh great Phil.
No problem. Laters.
Laters.
We will see you. Goodbye.
Hi, strange horny horse.
You Basically escorted back out of the forest by the squirrel.
I hope all that sniggering was in universe.
Well, the sniggering about horny
Horny
horse. Yeah.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was-
sure you Storm was sniggering over it.
Yeah.
Here's the question: does Squish know her double entendre?
Nope.
That wasn't a double entendre. There was no entendre there. It was clear as day.
I heard the battle music. Ah! The unicorn didn't appreciate my pun.
Well, we should get back to Ark and then try to make our way to the city in the skies.
Yeah, before we do that, when we're back in Sanctuary, might be a good idea for us to look for some new equipment at least. May not be from a smith that rivals the gods, but any kind of upgrade is an upgrade worth having for what we're about to get into.
Oh, indeed. I mean,
Besides,
I can whack people pretty hard with this, and he pulls out the Master X, but yeah, it might not be enough to send one of the contraptions to the trash heap.
And besides, this is like the...
To be fair, it's been doing okay so far.
Yes, but if they set up a barrage of these things, sooner or later, even I would run out of stamina. So I need to be able to hit a little harder, at least.
Besides, this is like Pirate Central. All the Maelstrom Islands. They're bound to have some sweet swag on offer.
Mm.
Booty and all that. Plundered. But we can put it to use.
As soon as you said the word booty, you're getting the are you sure you wanted to phrase it that way? Look.
I knew exactly what I was saying, Jeremiah.
Just making sure. But yes, we should make our way back to Sanctuary.
Okay. Once you leave the edge of the forest, it takes best part of the remainder of the day to make your way back towards Sanctuary. As you make your way through the cave into the main town, you notice you're relieved to be somewhat back amongst more, shall we say, less mobile settlements.
Yeah. Ah, civilization. Feels like we've been gone for months.
To be honest, out there is how we used to live.
That's true.
Hey, you won't find me disputing that. I grew up in the jungles of Chalza.
Yes.
But here we can do shopping! Our gold isn't worthless!
Well,
We hold what we need in our hearts.
Hello! As you wander in, you suddenly look up to see Bonesy stood there.
Ah, Bonesy, our dear friend. It feels like it's been forever.
Indeed it has, my friends. Welcome back. How can I help you today?
well.
Oh, please, Jeremiah, you can take this one.
No, it is after all. Your family is involved in this place a lot, so it should be
Okay.
your.
Okay. Bonesy, my dear friend. I don't suppose you could point us to where we could find some magnificent equipment, perhaps of a magical nature?
Magical items, you say?
Oh, yes.
Well, there's not many here, you see. Most of the treasure and loot we got is everyday stuff. There might be one or two places who... I don't think you're going to find something like a magic...
Sorry, Seph, you're cutting out a fair bit, man. Missing huge chunks.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
find something like a singing sword, but, well, you might find something.
I'm actually
I'm afraid, like I
thinking...
said, most of the...
Yes.
Afraid, like I said, most of the loot that tends to come in is just regular everyday things.
Well,
I suppose that stands to reason. Why would you give up all the really good stuff? But it's still worth taking a gander. We're heading off to new horizons soon, so we best be prepared as much as we can.
Oh, that's always good. I think there's... Yes, I think that, old Caborn Smith might have a nice little shop. She might be able to help you.
Fantastic. Point us in the direction, or lead us there yourself. We'll be
Okay.
glad for your company.
Well, the, court did say that I was to assist you whenever I could, so I'll lead you right there.
Fantastic.
they recently swept the area. That's why you're coughing so much?
No, that's out of character.
Look, I'm
takes
putting
about-
it into character, innocent.
It takes about half an hour for Bonesy to lead you to a rather decrepit-looking magical shop. It's one of those things where you can just tell some kind of mage lives here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I just had a thought maybe I should go and get myself a shield at some point.
Well, you'd also need a single-handed weapon.
Gee, that
I still-
reminds me, Seph.
Still
I have
my
a
hand
two-handed weapon now. So,
Yep.
presumably when I use Devillo in battle, my AC will have to go down, correct?
Depends on the size of your shield.
I mean, we agreed it was like a charge shield to have on the arm, so...
Yeah.
So I guess
Charge
it's fine.
shields is fine, yeah.
Okay, just wanted to double check that.
If it's strapped to your arm, it counts as a shield, so...
Okay, no worries then.
Yeah, I
Sorry
was
for interrupting.
thinking about something like your little buckler there.
You can't go wrong with a Taj. Handy in a pinch.
Yes.
I'd lend you mine if I could, but kind of relying on it.
I will live without it anyway. It's not like I'm blown over by a breeze. Not even if it's a stiff one.
No, certainly not. I couldn't even pin you down in these new muscles of mine.
Hmm. You put up a valiant effort.
Yeah, well, next time you're going down, boyo.
I'm looking forward to it.
But yes, shall we go in? Judging by your silence, that's a yes. Storm opens the door and goes in.
Okay.
Orla follows along. She's been mostly silent through everything. She's piping in occasionally, but she seems to be just listening to everyone really carefully.
Okay. You go inside, and it's one of those, like I said, it's stereotypical witch's hut sort of environment.
Oh, yeah. Is it so stereotypical there's a bubbling cauldron?
You can hear one.
Damn!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we are dealing with a professional. Everyone be on your best behavior.
A witch is
Believe
coming.
me,
Look
that's
busy.
Welcome!
I love her already.
Customers, yet how many customers for a couple of hours, so, how can I help you, strangers?
Okay, guess I'm leading this one as well. Greetings! We are in the market for magical enhancements and equipment. We don't know what we're looking for in particular, so we're just kind of curious about what you have in stock.
You watch as she kind of tilts her head and looks around the group. I see. This enhancement, you're meaning?
For combat, not for love.
Oh! Well, very often, fancy man.
Storm goes,
Well,
Storm goes beat red from his fur. I didn't think it was going to be interpreted like that.
yes, lot of silence round here. Come in here and get the odd love enhancement potion. I'm known for my powers in the erotic arts. I can show you a world of inevitable notches. And
I'm
then
gonna take Mitty outside.
Maybe another time.
And then
We're looking. After all, we have a child with us.
Squish is outside now. She took Mitty and left when that conversation
Yes,
came up.
but Anarchy's still there.
yeah, Anna just kind of marches Anarchy out. Still, fancy men. What can I do you for?
We were interested in browsing your wares that enhance one in combat.
Well, got a few interesting little things. She kind of looks around and walks over to a large cabinet. Opens up and it's like a little bit of an armory. Now, this, my friends, is a very nice blade indeed. She kind of takes down a one-handed barding sword, which basically mechanically is a scimitar. This is a mighty and powerful weapon, once owned by a very powerful vampire.
Well then, Colorath interested. What specific special properties does it have?
I just need to very quickly look it up.
I mean, it was owned by a vampire. Doesn't that make it special and ready? That's the player.
No, her daughter's down there and sold it to me. And it's some place called Barovia, I think.
Oh boy!
What is this place? Barovia.
Not heard of
No,
it. Sounds
no,
entirely made up.
Yeah. I thought something, but
It's our place vanished about 500 years ago, but lucky for me, some people outside of it happened to want to go in there and, well, got my hands on a sword of life stealing as a result.
Ooh. That would be a good weapon to have. I mean, Jeremiah, you get in the thick of battle, and I know you're pretty tanky, but something like that could help keep you up and at 'em.
I don't think this toothpick would suit me well.
Oh, fair enough, mate. Let's see. She kind of rummages through again.
I'm more of the logging type, after all.
What my friend is trying to discreetly say is he would prefer an axe.
Right, axes, 1 second. You watch as she kind of fumbles through a few other little drawers inside the armory cabinet. No, this one, no. Oh, yeah, this is one,
Jeremiah is still looking a little bit confused because of this Barovia thing. He might have heard someone talk about it before. Then again, probably just mistaken.
I'm trying to remember if Barovia was one of the words world's Aquanox mentioned, but I don't think it was.
No. No, it's specific to Jeremiah's background.
I
After
know.
all, he once said he was about to be hired by a few people, right? Including a woman with red hair and a large minotaur.
I believe so.
And guess where they were headed?
Barovia.
Well, he's not certain.
Okay, I believe the DM can continue now.
Anyway, sorry, didn't want to distract you.
No problem. Now this, mate, it's a sword. Not sword. One second, I'm still double checking this
This
one.
sword looks a little bit like an axe to me.
Sorry, I was looking at it.
So you're cutting out, Seph. Uh-oh.
We may have
think-
lost Seph.
Storm, it seems she's way too taken with your appearance.
You do have
Man.
an intimidating effect on people.
Sorry.
Starting to become a health hazard.
Yes, somehow it's people are stopping to speak and just look at you with an open mouth. Lady, you're starting to lady, you're starting to drool. You're starting to drool.
No. That's cost triple anyway. I'm up 800-year-old hack, for God's sake. Now.
Well, you don't look a day over 200.
Oh, thanks so much. But yes, this is a powerful marker crafted by one of the great forge masters of the Scorpion Coast, blessed by Marotri himself. This axe is an axe of the sun. It's a bit weird for a dwarf to have made, but there you go. But no, this is a very powerful, blessed weapon.
I can't believe that with all the rune work that is on there.
Oh yeah, mate, it's lousy with dwarven runes, this. Now, it's gonna cost you a fair bit.
Well, how much would it be?
Yeah, don't leave us
See
in
what we're
suspense.
I'll tell you what, you name a price.
Ooh.
We name a price. You know what? I'm going to part with this book, and he brings out the tome about Australia, the first edition story.
Oh my God.
So the first edition stories of Granny Z.
Oh my God, I've been looking for a copy of this for ages. Oh, yes.
I knew this book would come to good use.
Oh, yes. She was a grand old dame, she was.
Well, and if any of you wants a weapon, and maybe we could trade a few weapons for this book.
Well,
I'm afraid I'm bound to mine.
How about you, Storm?
I already have one of the damned finest weapons in all the realm, Jeremiah.
You're going
And
to
many
well,
more
aren't you?
besides.
Well, maybe she has a few pieces of armor that might suit you.
Well, actually, I'm in the market for rings, and not necessarily for me, but for my birdie boy here. He's got some talents. They'd look good with a bit of jewelry on them.
I'm sorry, mate, don't have much in the way of armor. It's mainly weapons.
Or maybe rings. Some people would say they're magical trinkets, but we are beyond that, of course.
Right, sir. Have we got a couple? She kind of reaches back under the counter and lifts up a tray of rings. Now, these ones all got about 5 rings of magic missiles, ring of a war mage, and a ring of secrets.
Well, the ring of magic missile is self-explanatory. What about the other 2 rings? Ring of the war mage? What does that entail?
You will have to consult the book.
Yeah. Now, the ring of the war mage. Now.
It's not necessarily in the book.
Come on. Now, ring of the war mage. Well, 1 second. Again, trying to. This ring will basically allow you to hit any target if it's kind of slightly hidden, you know, in covers, so to speak.
So it's useful for ranged magic.
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus, give you a little bit of a little extra for giving you a chance to hit them.
I'm very much a close range sort of person when it comes to my spells. So I won't benefit from that. What about the Ring of Secrets?
Ring of Secrets, right once.
Love game, I apologize for making you go through a book, Seph.
I'm not certain these are actually... Sorry.
Right. Basically, this ring, if it's a secret door, it's got like 3 uses before you need to charge it again. Any hidden doors or trapdoors, etc. Within range, the ring will glow.
So it is basically a trap detector.
Yeah,
from
pretty much.
Away from my computer for a minute. I have to. Be right back.
Don't worry. That does sound like a ring that would be useful for any of us who like to go get into the business.
Well, I've got 2. Nice ruby one and a nice sapphire one.
What do you say, Storm? You get 1, I get 1, and I get the accent. This very nice lady gets the book instead. Would that
To
be...
be honest, the book, that's only worth about 5,000 gold. So,
Not enough to cover everything, eh?
well, I'd say more that you, can get yourself a little extra something else as well.
Oh! Well, don't suppose we could get... How many... I mean, the Ring of Magic Missiles. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, sure, that'll cost you about 200 gold, usually.
And how many of those would we get with what we've offered you thus far? In addition to
To
everything
be
else?
honest, I wouldn't say your entire lot, but, you said you were in armor, right?
I believe
Armor
Well,
specifically.
I'm not in the market for armor, but maybe you
Well,
might be
I don't
looking for
have,
one.
armor specifically, but let's see what we got here. 1 second, please.
I mean, maybe you want to get an armor for, or something for Squish or something.
Ah!
I mean, Squish is a monk above game, so she's
Yeah.
pretty.
Well, since
Well.
since you've given me this book, I'll tell you what, I'll show you something especially, mystical.
Oh, now I am curious. I got to see this.
You watch as she goes back into the room and then emerges with a blue cloak.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
This, my friend, came from a very... Well, let's just say the captain once swiped it, happened to be raiding an elven vessel.
Is that what I think it is?
Yes, my friend, this is a cloak of elven kind,
Oh.
and I think you'll fit you really well, my little fancy man. Yeah, this is a very big cloak.
Yes, I think that would probably be your size.
Yes.
Very well then.
He's got big saucer cat eyes at this point.
Very well then. And he puts the tome on the counter. I assume we have a deal.
Oh, yeah, mate, absolutely.
So once again to recap, what we got are one ring of magic. Pardon?
Sorry, you first, man.
Nah, you go first if you already know what I was good.
I don't know exactly. I was just going to recount piece by piece. So we're getting a cloak of elven kind.
Yes.
We're getting 2 rings of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we're getting one ring of magic missile as well.
Yes.
And now I know I'm forgetting something. There was a bit more, wasn't there?
Yes, my axe.
Your axe. Okay.
Which was, again, technically? Sephi?
Yep.
What kind of axe was it, technically?
Mechanically speaking, it's a sunblade.
Okay, it's a sunblade. A sunblade in X form.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. Let me see if I can figure that stuff out. Okay.
If you want something to go with that axe, I've got something you might like. At this point, she kind of lifts up a very small, target-sized shield. How about this sentinel shield? 200 gold.
Now, Jeremiah, we were just talking about how you might benefit from a little shield like my charge.
Yeah.
Go out with the axe.
I beg your pardon, I didn't fully hear you.
You'll go nice with the axe, dear.
As that I can tell, it's also decorated in a bit of an elvish, in a bit of a dwarven design. Why
Yeah, I
does-
reckon I can help with this if money is the problem. Seeing as how you
Yeah.
already traded away your most expensive item away.
Well,
Stormlight
it is-
takes off his Eyes of the Eagle and puts them down on the counter. If I'm getting a cloak of elven kind, something else has to go.
what about? I mean, we still have the lockbox. You don't necessarily have to give it up. Okay, Sunblade.
No, I don't, but 1, you could use a shield. 2, I want the rest of those rings of magic missile.
Right.
I reckon it would be very cool if Bolt could shoot off many magic missiles.
I won't say all of them, mate. I can only tell you 2 more.
Okay, that seems fair.
Okay, she kind of puts another 2 rings of magic missile in place. Just
Nice.
plain bands, basically.
Mm-hmm. That's 3 rings of magic missile. And Bolt's getting all of them.
Also, compliments of the house. She puts a couple of pink bottles containing a bright pink liquid. About 4 bottles, 4 small bottles, vials, basically.
Would this be the let's just say love enhancements that we were discussing earlier?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I said, I can take you to worlds of imagination, more than worlds of unimaginable naughtiness. And then biscuits. I love biscuits as well if you want some.
You know, I am a bit peckish. Biscuits would be lovely.
Yeah, I'll lay these complimentary as well. She kind of puts like a couple of boxes of biscuits on the counter too.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so Storm's gonna take a biscuit, and then he's gonna slyly just take 2 of the bottles of love enhancement and just slide them into his inventory.
And, I'm sorry if I'm going to ask stupid questions. What's that shield again?
That is a sentinel shield, mate. It's a sentinel shield! Hello?
Yes.
It is a sentinel shield!
Yes, I.
Basically,
Heard you.
what Arena has gives you advantage on advantage on initiative
Yeah.
and increases your perception.
Yes, it. All right. I need to work on. I need to really, because I couldn't find it in the item list here on Roll20.
Yeah, Roll20's not got a huge selection.
I just realised something. Storm is still going to be over capacity for magic items because he's got the long bow of warning, Devillo, and now the cloak of Elvenkind. Damn it!
Because there was only 3 items.
Hmm?
It's only 3 items, so it just means you're at your limit.
Yeah. So I can still use the secret, the Ring of Secrets.
I would say yes.
Ah, good old DM bending the rules just slightly. Thank you.
But it needs recharging, so...
Okay. Ring of Secrets. You might have to copy and paste the description for that item, Seph. There you go. Everyone's gone quiet.
Yeah, I'm just working out stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Quiet, so you know. Call this episode shopping.
Like low-key packing to go to Dublin in the background.
Ah!
The great thing about a wireless headset is I can get up and do anything. As long as I'm in range of my computer.
Sync 1, 2, can people hear me?
Yep.
Yo!
Yes, we can hear you.
Kubar, if you go onto Roll20's Compendium and look up Wand of Secrets, and then just add that to your inventory and then rename it.
Thank you. Yep, that's in there. Cheers, Seph. Boop.
Okay.
I will need to add the trait of the Sentinel Shield, but okay.
Out of curiosity, Storm leads down to the witchy gal. What do these love enhancement potions exactly do?
Increased potency, increased stamina, and, just generally get you in the mood, really.
Oh, I see. Most useful indeed.
Yes. Very useful indeed.
Orla walks out of the shop. She's kind of like pursing her lips and shaking her head, and she just very calmly walks out.
Alright, Orla. You look like you liked a lemon.
It feels like that. Very observant, Squish.
It'd be like that, yeah.
Lemons are evil. Evil fruit.
Oh god, I just pictured Squish being like, this smells good, bite.
Canon Squish has done that, which is why she thinks lemons are evil.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would not be surprised.
Squish is not a clever goblin.
Lemons are the fruit of lies!
I thought that was a durian.
Well, both can be.
No, durians is the fruit of stank.
Yeah.
There's no...
Ooh.
They're just submissive lemons.
Durians
What?
don't taste that bad. Durians do taste actually quite nice. It's just the smell. The smell will cling to you for days.
Have you not heard the old adage? This is Dom Lemon, and this is Sublime.
Ma'am, pardon my saying, but who are you talking to?
I was talking to my little friend here.
Kind of has a little gaze, just kind of sat on the counter, just sleeping.
Haven't seen one of those in a long time.
Don't suppose you've had dealings with a beholder, have you?
Yes, big one down south called Repente.
Ah, yes, the charming Mr. Repente. He's
Yeah,
quite the character.
Yeah. I mean, the guys are kind of acts like a phone. You know, I can communicate over vast distances.
Oh, Storm just realized something. Repente is a frisky fellow.
Yeah, you know, we're sending stones of the, I think some places they're called, far phones. Yeah. See, if I go get this little guy, I'll go to Far Phone Warehouse.
Jesus Christ.
Top to not writing myself out of an anachronism here.
Well, if Mr. Repente uses these love enhancement potions, then they've got to be good.
Yeah, mate, loves them.
Just a bottle of liquid ecstasy.
Repente loves many things.
But yes, anything else I can do for you two fancy men?
I reckon we've got everything we need, Jeremiah, and then some.
Yes, I mean, with the shield and the ring, And your equipment, unless you need something, Orla. Orla?
I think she left.
She left. She's out of the place.
Yeah, it's basically just you, Sammy, and Hunter there at the moment.
Or who's Hunter? Are you talking?
Sorry, Storm. I'm having to do a lot at the moment.
Hey, I get it. Tabaxi Rangers.
Not all I can think of it.
Rangers.
Anyway, well, I'm well set now.
Ah,
Sorry, Seph, you cut out there, buddy.
brilliant, mate, brilliant.
Well then, I think we're done here for the day. It's been a pleasure doing business with you, ma'am.
Thanks, mate. Enjoy yourself, and like I say, enjoy the potions.
Oh, I'm sure I will. I'm sure we will. Thank you very
Why
much.
is she giving me that look?
And as the DM regrets the voice he gave his character,
Yeah.
you leave Granny Smith's Magical Emporium.
Well, that worked out better than I expected. We got a lot of good stuff. Storm
And,
says as he slides rings of magic missile onto Bolt's talons, and he is very pleased.
That it certainly did, and Jeremiah pets the new, basically taps on the new shield.
Jeremiah, your shield is staring at me. I don't like it.
It looks through. It is not looking at you. It is oblivious.
It has an eyeball.
It's only painted on.
Actually, I would actually say that the actual shield is basically like a little face. With a...
It's one-eyed peg.
Oh no, it's got two eyes. They're just very beady.
Well, at least that shield has had a lot of good times, it seems.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of good times going around soon enough.
Well, well, we should probably get back on board soon.
Point of order. What time is it?
It's getting... You can't really tell because obviously you're inside a cavern, but you can tell it's getting somewhere around 8 o'clock at night.
Unless we want to stay at the tavern, we can stay on board.
To be honest, it would be nice for us to stay in a tavern. We don't know when we'll get another chance. Where we're going.
Yes.
The heart of enemy territory and all that.
Well, in that case,
Come on.
in that case, we should probably go to a tavern. Bonesy,
Okay.
please lead the way.
Yes,
Have we
let's get
just sleep
rooms
in our
at the hole
ship?
in the wall.
Instead of paying for bed and board, we can just stay on our boat.
I mean, we might not even have to pay Squish, considering our relationship to, pirate royalty.
Well, your relationship.
I mean, technically Squish too. She's related to a pirate lord.
So you don't have to pay what I have. Okay. I see how it is.
Jeremiah!
I am joking.
Okay. You make your way towards the hole in the wall.
Well,
As you come in, you can see the regular rowdy crowd are already there. There's a couple of bards performing.
why are they playing dueling lutes?
Now, Jeremiah, I have to ask to be sure. Did you say dueling loots or dueling loots? As in the instrument.
I was talking about the instrument.
Okay, just making sure. Just making sure.
I know after the encounter with Granny Smith, everything sounds like an innuendo, but this is certainly not one.
I don't know, anything's in innuendo if you try hard enough.
Jeremiah turns with a blank stare. And then turns back.
Squish just blinks. Trying to not make any indication that the half that conversation went over her head.
We should probably have a little drink, have a little food, have a little rest.
Okay. You make your way, find yourself at a table. One of the waitresses comes over, takes your order, and yeah, you soon got the food that you ordered.
Out of
What
curiosity.
did everyone?
Oh, food? Okay, we'll do food first. Where is Sentry? There we go. Hole in the wall. What's on the menu?
Well, I mean, to be honest, the boiled eggs and artichoke sounds pretty decent.
Storm's gonna have the roasted pork and dried cabbage with a tank of the beer.
Well, you need. Are you certain one portion will be enough? I mean, you have a lot of muscle to support now.
You're right, Jeremiah. Better make it 4 portions to be safe.
Don't overdo it.
Yes, Bird Dad.
Look, I just know how it is when you are a walking, talking muscle. And I mean, as in the strong thing, not the thing that is in water.
Bahamut, protect me. Bahamut, protect me.
I feel for Orla. Just dealing with these 2 meatheads just being
Well, you
goofy.
have to remember that God sent her to be there for you all. So it's like,
Yeah.
He'll serve them in their needs, and they're all like, burr, burr, burr.
Yep, get used to it, sister. If you think this
Keep
is
trying.
bad, wait till we're in combat and they start cracking jokes. Even I have trouble taking that.
Cracking skulls and cracking jokes.
Yeah, remember when we were fighting off Captain Falkren and I was surrounded by skeletons and you were just yucking it up? That was fun!
Well, you need to have a little levy in your combat, or you turn into a dour person. At least that's what my dad told me.
I reject the
most-
notion that I'm dour.
I spent most of my life as a dour person, so I can agree with your father's assessment.
Yeah, he and Jeremiah basically, but Orla, what would you want?
I didn't see the menu. I couldn't find it.
It's, if you want me to, I can read it to you.
Oh, unless there's a link.
Okay. Okay, it's if you go to the handout section.
Handout. Don't see a handout section on mine.
On Roll20.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Right next to
It's-
or journal. Journal. It says when you
Journal,
move your
and
mouse
then
over.
Sanctuary and the Cove's Court.
Journal. Huh.
Click on the
There it
plus, and there you
Yeah.
are.
Okay.
Don't you worry about it.
Orla orders number 6, the pickled chicken and a dried watercress with a tankard of beer.
Oh, I don't blame you. I was tempted by that myself.
Paladins are allowed to drink, right?
Yeah.
Look,
Or are
it's
they not?
it's definitely better than
And
the water
When the
around.
beer is, yeah.
And yeah, she orders that.
Okay. Waitress takes the orders, walks off to basically get them sorted. The bards continue to play. So, what do you talk about?
I have a question. Is Bonesy still with us? Or has he gone off to do his own thing?
No, he's made his excuses and left.
Dang.
Yeah, you can tell that even though people in the city.
You cut out, Seph. Sorry, buddy.
People in the city, and then you were gone.
Seph?
My God, his internet does not want us to play games.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
right? It's the worst.
It must
Oh,
be German.
no!
It must be German. It's the worst. There.
And he's back.
That was bad.
Hey, Seph.
Test complete.
You can tell that even though the people of the city have accepted him, they're still not hugely comfortable having an undead in the city.
And that's pretty reasonable.
People for and get on with him, but still the fact that he's basically a skeleton pirate does kind of make it more difficult.
He's dead, Roberts. Well, so
Orla eats quietly when the meal comes and listens to the others' conversation, occasionally casting a glance toward Ardeth.
Well, I trust it wouldn't shock anyone that I might want to check in with Pirate Dad before we head off on our grand adventure. Presuming he's still in port.
I'm certain you could just ask any of the fine gentlemen and gentlewomen around here, and they would be able to tell you.
That's the plan. I just don't want you all, thinking I'm swanning off without, any due course.
Do you need accompaniment?
Oh, no, not at all. I've got a few things I still need to talk to Dad about.
Understood.
Well, it's just as well I'm here.
Ah!
Bloody hell, what have you been up to?
Well, it's a bit hard to summarize, but I'll try. We took on a tiny mind flayer professor. We ended up being taken in by Minotaur for a little while. We went up the Dragon's Spire. In the process, we fought a god, Lolf. We fought. We met up with the King of Dragons, Kraken Daving. Holly got really hurt and pregnant and died and got reborn as a gold dragon. I got a wish from a genie and a sword, and now I'm super buff. We fought the leader of the Terry, Zarquad. Alconox tasked me with taking him down because the power had gone to his head. the Terry were stupid and didn't acknowledge Arconauts' superiority, so he took a fair few of them out, those who pledged loyalty to Sarkon still, but I convinced him to take mercy on the rest, give him a second chance of all that. And we went to a Fey forest north of the Minotaur, and, well, we found basically a secret facility where, well, let's just say an ancient civilization was making a god, basically, and we kicked that thing's ass as well. So we've been busy, Dad.
Roll me an insight check.
I don't think he believes you that much.
Which part was it?
He just has this look on his face of, goodbye, brain cells, I must leave you.
What? I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that face, Dad. Like, I'm just kind of rolling with it at this point.
Right, well,
The person you are trying to contact has a voicemail box that is not yet set up.
pretty much, he's basically blue screened at this point.
You know, considering your reputation and the things you've done over the years, to shock you is pretty impressive.
Yeah, boy, but I don't go around picking fights with gods.
I mean, to be fair, they pick fights with us too.
They mostly pick the fights with us.
Oh, well, I suppose that mad dwarf is happy enough.
Ah, are you referring to Captain Escobar?
Yeah, came in here about 6 months ago, screaming the place down to say something about reclaiming the dwarven city.
Well,
oh yeah,
they should be done. I mean, he was very useful.
Oh yeah, guy like a capable fighter, but still needs a volume adjustment. Know what I mean?
Yes, a little bit
we know
of
what you
excessive
mean.
maintenance, I presume.
To be honest, I don't think any volume control will suppress that man's voice. You can turn it to 0, but it will still be 11.
Exactly, boy. Exactly.
He would make a fine town crier. The whole town would hear him. Yes.
Well, I'll take it you're moving on then.
Oh yes, we're going to strange horizons not known to us. Believe that's the basic gist of it.
Well, here's tradition that whenever a crew of the court leaves, they have a good drink the night before. So,
Oh lovely, are we considered part of the Cove's court now?
well, considering you're my boy and, points to Squish, your little green sister, pretty much.
And here I was thinking I'd have to make an application or something. It's nice to know I'm already considered part of the fold.
Like I said, boy, blood runs thicker than water, you know what I mean? Yeah, he basically indicates to the bar and a couple of pictures of rum were brought over. Proper high quality grog.
Top tier medicine.
Oh, only the best, boy, only the best.
I think that's gonna put hair on her chest.
As he says that, the rest of your meals are brought over.
I mean, geez, could we really use more hair on our chest? Storm chest is to its open shirt, which has fluff spilling out of it.
Well,
even with the aforementioned, how did Seph describe it? Oh yeah, man cleavage.
Yep. Magnificent man cleavage.
No shortage of meaty and fuzzy goodness spilling out from that shirt. Oh, I have fun.
So yeah, the meals are brought over. And you generally have an enjoyable night of it.
So, Dad, when we have a moment, there's something I'd like to talk to you about privately. I hope that's not a problem.
Of course, boy. Nip outside.
Sure thing.
See you in a bit.
It shouldn't be too long. It's just something I need to clear up before moving on ahead. So we'll head outside.
1 second. You follow Salt outside. He goes, "Okay, boy, what's the problem?"
Well, it's not the problem, Dad. I know a lot now. I know why you did what you did. I know why you did it. But, there's only one thing I don't know about at this point. I don't know anything about Mom. I don't know what she was like. I don't even know her name. Just want to know a little bit about her before, moving on. Might be a while before I get to see you again. I just want to know. I want to have a complete picture of my story.
Okay, that'll be 1 second. I'll find all the details again.
Yeah, Storm meant to ask this earlier, but the last time we
Yeah.
talked, things proceeded, and I just, I'm not going to let this hang. Before we leave Sanctuary, we got to talk about this.
Roll me an insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell from the. He likes thinking. He likes. Remembering the good times is great, but there's pain there.
Yeah.
You want to know about your mum, eh?
Mm-hmm. I understand it might not be easy for you.
And let's just say that of all the. Even as a pirate lord, you don't often get treasure like that. Your mum's name was Roses in Wine. She was a noble woman. No, she never really told me where she came from. I think she said she came from Holborn, but can't really be sure. She kept a few secrets herself. But she was happy enough to come along with me and, well, we ended up getting married and you came along.
You loved her a whole lot to defy a god, to respect her wishes.
Ah, yeah. She was never completely happy about the whole thing with Equinox, but I was in too deep by that point, and, well, I'd already made the deal that she wouldn't be touched. Besides, she was happy enough with old Slinker anyway, so...
Ah. Wholeheartedly one of Rowan's, eh?
Ah, definitely, boy, definitely. But yeah. Unfortunately, the day you were born, there was a... Well, the sea was not exactly calm.
No. I assumed as such from my namesake.
Exactly. Your mother insists on calling you that. Unfortunately, she didn't last the night.
I know it's ridiculous, but I always did blame myself for that.
Oh, boy, no, it was not your fault. These things happen, and as I said, the seas was so rough that night. But no, you were never to blame, boy.
Wish I could tell myself that 30 years ago. Blamed myself for a whole long time.
No, it was never your fault. You watch as he kind of wipes his eyes, and then just hugs you.
And Storm's right there with him, with the eye wipe and the big hug back. And he can't help but squeeze, probably just a bit too tightly. Because this is the first time he's actually, hugged his dad. And he's trying to keep his composure, because Salt's mentioned, not being the fan of the mushy stuff. But, yeah, I imagine he still feels like tears just dripping onto his shoulder.
Yeah. I'm sorry again, son.
Hey, you did right by Mom. You did right by me. You did everything a loving husband and father could ever do. So, if I weren't to blame, then you weren't to blame either. Just made the best of it.
Yeah, well...
And I love you, you salty sea cat.
It turned out pretty good if you, punched down a couple of gods.
Yeah, not something I thought I'd be able to put on my resume. But I am quite proud of those achievements myself, but couldn't have done it alone. Not at all. And I'm not just talking about the giant infinite space squid we both serve.
You've seen more Vakros than I've ever seen.
What, really?
All I ever see is the eyes and the tentacles.
Well now. It's nice to know I'm doing a damn good job then, has his fury. I am trying my hardest. He's certainly someone who I want to impress.
I'll admit, he's reasonable. He won't make you go out of your way.
He certainly didn't mind us taking the long way around dealing with that wayward warlock.
Well...
That reminds me, I heard he likes cupcakes, is that true?
Cupcakes? Well, I can't say for certain. I mean, don't think anyone's ever thought to ask him.
Huh. Yeah, I'm just curious. I just have it on authority of a fortune teller that he likes this stuff, and he's given me so many gifts. I'd like to, return the favor at least a little. I don't know. Maybe I'm being weird about my relationship with a giant infinite space squid.
Well, boy, given his type, I'd say weirdness comes with the job.
Oh, considering the past few days, yeah, wholeheartedly agree with that. Right then, what say we get back to drinking our medicine, eh?
That I can agree with. You both return inside.
Storm's totally giving him a slap on the back as we go through the door. Really chummy-like.
You sit back at your table. Meantime, what's been going on?
I told you what I'm doing.
Yeah, look, roll me an insight check.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. As you glance at Ardeth, you can just tell she's still in a very bad mood.
She's not going to push it.
How stealthy is Orla with the glances?
She's trying to hide it, so I don't know what we would have to do for
Roll a
that.
stealth check.
Yeah.
You roll a stealth check.
Okay, yeah, I don't see it, no. Because I would be using my passive perception. I'm not actively looking for perception, I'm just passively doing that.
Yeah, you wouldn't notice it. Ardeth is basically kind of sat there. She's not eating, she's not drinking. not drinking.
No,
She's
you've
just
got to be
quiet.
able to. You've got to be able to notice that, Jeremiah. Ardeth's not eating or drinking at all.
Yes, of course I noticed that. But the thing is, Jeremiah is assuming it's because of what Storm and he said in the forest.
Which is probably pretty much spot on.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want, I can try rolling insight.
Yeah, roll an insight. You're used to Ardeth not eating or drinking with the others. You presume it's due to her people's biology, or rather their mix of technology and biology. But yeah, you can tell from her demeanour that she's still angry about the Phoenix.
Yeah, Orla keeps, casting glances every so often, but she is not going to interrupt Ardeth. That's not how Orla rolls.
Okay. Well, she probably has her reasons. Storm. So the
I
two
don't
of
know
you.
if Storm. I don't know if Storm is back yet.
No,
In that case, yeah, Jeremiah's keeping his mouth shut because he's not going to step into that bear trap that he kind of set.
From afar, Holly is pleased.
It takes a couple of minutes before Storm and Salt come back.
The two of you had a nice talk.
Oh yeah, most certainly. Just had to set a few details straight about my life story before heading off on a grand adventure again. And I got everything I needed to know.
I think we'll all be eager to get off on the next step.
Mm-hmm. Jeremiah's looking over at Cat and Cat Dad.
Oof, what are you looking for, Jeremiah? They are both very buff.
Yes, technically I should have rolled an insight, trying to see what's the deal. Okay. Yeah, insight makes more sense, I presume.
Alright, what?
Yeah, you can tell that basically Salt just had to explain a few things to Storm.
And maybe you got a little emotional.
Yeah, it was,
yes.
you can tell that a few tears have been shed.
A father-son chat.
I just hope everything is clear between the two of you.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Yeah, I reckon things are clear for the first time ever. You needn't worry, Jeremiah. We're all good. Now, have you not just been eating in silence this entire time?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, people are just eating.
Tut. Must the pirates always bring the party to you?
Well, Squish is fussing over her son.
I mean, aside from Squish, but that's Squish.
Aye. And how are you and Middy doing, little Emerald?
Yes, I'm still a little worried about him.
Aye? From the fight?
Yeah, how has Midnight been since that?
He's been fine. His pride took more of a knock than he did.
So not traumatized? It's only Squish who's been traumatized by that?
Yeah, it's only Squish. Midnight was pretty pumped up to think that he got to fight a god and won.
Oh no, Storm's rubbing off on him already.
or at least not lose. It's always winning when you fight a god and don't die.
Pretty much.
I think he's too young to realize what could have happened.
Can't deny that. When you're young, you think you're invincible. But he is a dragon, so that's really only going to become more true as he gets older.
He's also still just a baby.
Oh yeah, I understand wholeheartedly. You're worried for your son. I'm much the same about Bolt, you know. He may be the biggest and grandest of birds, but he's still... No.
He's still your little one.
Yeah, he's still my little bird boy. And Bolt is just like... He's just still like flexing his talons and admiring his new rings of magic missile. It's like, yeah, this makes me feel like hot shit.
So
he's gonna really be impressed now.
Bolt's getting the bling.
Oh yeah.
Storm, I might have to clarify something. You think I'm trying to act like a father? I'm acting more like the concerned uncle. After all, I've been asked to watch over my sisters and my brother's children back at the tribe from a fairly young age. So don't think of me as a father yet.
Well, yeah, you're not a father yet, Jeremiah, but who knows what the future, what's in store in the future?
Well, you never
Jeremiah,
know.
I'm just giving you a fun ribbing.
I know, but still, I want to make that clear between the two of us.
Yeah, Storm just kind of leads in. You see, I was more referring to the fact that there are some who would call you a daddy, if you know what I mean. He just wrinkles his eyebrows and just slowly backs away.
Blink. Blink, blink. Head shake.
Blink, 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 blink.
Man, Storm is just all first lately.
Let's not.
I wonder why!
You know, sometimes I worry about some of the things you say.
Well, why is that, my sweetheart?
I feel like there's hidden meaning behind them that I'm not getting.
I was going to point out that there's some room keys on the table.
Oh.
Take!
One pair's already gone.
Yep.
Alright.
That's us taken care of for the night.
We should probably head to bed if we want to get going first thing in the morning.
Well, hey, if you're sure.
We want to go out. I believe the saying is going out with the tide.
Fair enough, then. I believe it's time to be my sweet little Emerald's bed warmer for the night.
Well, leave you all to enjoy yourselves.
Well,
I most certainly can.
They are going to enjoy themselves quite a bit.
Salt gets up and leaves the people remaining to basically sort yourselves out.
Have a nice night, Dad. I'll see you around.
You too. You too, son. You too.
Hopefully it won't take 40 years.
Definitely not.
Only 39. Hey. Hopefully not.
Well, that would be a marked improvement.
As this happens, you can see the tavern's kind of winding down for the night. It's about 11 o'clock, give or take. So...
That's funny because it's 11 o'clock over in Germany.
Deep immersion D&D.
Yeah.
You are there.
Yes. I am almost feeling like I'm there. Anyway, so, I guess we're roaming the usual way.
I'm being all snugged up with my sweeter Squish. Though that does, yeah, what are we going to do about the sun, sweetheart?
Mm.
Well, it usually goes away at night.
No, I mean like our baby boys.
Oh. Ah.
Mm.
Squishy like scratches her head for a moment.
I see. If you want, if they don't mind, they can probably sleep over at Sammy's and my place. If Sammy is okay with that.
I'm alright with it.
Excellent. Sure, the boys will be more than happy to have a sleepover.
Midnight nods.
Yeah. Attaboy, Middy. Who's such a good boy? You are. That's right. Give it a big, like, rub on the head. I love that kid.
Alright. Be good for Uncle Jeremiah.
Yeah, again, does like the flappy head nod.
And do
I'm
what Sammy
certain he
tells
will
you.
be on his best behavior.
Aye.
Don't you worry about it.
You and Bolt sleep tight now, Middy. Look out for each other and snuggle up tight. Oh, I love you boys so much. You're good kids. And yeah, he can't help himself in this way. He's gonna get a sweep them both up into a big hug. Dad mode at maximum.
Okay. Meanwhile, Orla,
Mm-hmm.
could you roll me a stealth check, please?
Yeah. There we go.
You are able to make your way down the corridor pretty silently. As you do, you gently open the door to the room where Ardeth and Anarchy are sleeping. And you can kind of just watch Ardeth sort of making sure Anarchy goes to bed. She's kind of settled in, and
Mm-hmm.
Ardeth just kind of sits in the corner like she usually does.
Ardeth is just sitting in the corner but awake, eyes open or eyes closed.
Eyes open.
Yeah, then in that case, Orla gestures like, hey, come out in the hallway for a minute.
Ardeth kind of, I won't say hesitates, but she does get up a little slowly. Is something the matter, Orla?
Are you alright? This is outside of. We're not going to wake up Anarchy. Door shut.
No, the door's shut.
Yeah.
I don't like fire elementals.
I understand. But you're all right now. There's no. They're not here anywhere except in your memory.
I know, but still, one of those things. Well, I already told you what happened.
Orla nods and says, well, I'm heading off to my room. You do what you like. And then she gives a reassuring, or attempts to give a reassuring pat onto Ardeth's shoulder, like, like, fellow warrior.
Ardeth kind of accepts it.
And Orla walks away slowly and heads for her room. She's in no hurry. She's not put on a show or anything, but she's going slow.
Boy, I wonder if Ardeth's savvy enough to pick up on what's happening here.
We'll find out next.
Okay, 1 second.
Gotta roll like 20 different dice to figure out if Ardeth gets the cues.
Ardeth kind of just... She notices, but she very slowly goes back into Anarchy's room.
Orla gets to her room and relaxes and looks up at the ceiling, and after a few moments she says, "Well, curses," and then goes to sleep.
Oh,
Well, not goes to sleep. Starts praying to Bahamut, but then goes to sleep.
Bless your heart, Orla. It's in the right place, but Ardeth doesn't really pick up on these things too easily.
Yeah, well,
You gotta be more direct.
she's a
Well,
paladin. She respects everybody's autonomy.
Oh yeah.
yes,
I get that.
but she still snarks a little bit at Jeremiah. Or at least that's how he perceives it.
Yeah, it's not
Are we-
dark.
And we can audibly hear her eye rolls when Storm and Jeremiah just do
Yes,
throw it
yeah.
up.
Stage D
The
will
snark
make
is
a
not
character
snark.
that gets on with one of DerKork's characters.
Oh, it's starting with that. Did you notice? Like not to
That
pull it away.
we're
but
having that in Waterdeep starting
yes,
to happen.
it's come to Waterdeep. Yes.
So, who else wants to have a quick little scene before
Oh
going to
yes.
bed?
Unless you want your children to be unruly.
Yeah. So
But Uncle Jeremiah has-
Squish. Oh no! If Uncle Jeremiah wants a scene with the boys, first, he's welcome.
No, if they're behaving well, then there's no need for one.
How dare you imply our children wouldn't be well behaved around their favorite uncle?
Oh, you know exactly.
Exactly
what they've done.
why.
He's hopped them up on sugar and given them expensive toys.
No. I don't have my expensive toys with me, after all.
No, that's Sammy's job. He hypes them up on sugar and gives them toys that make a whole bunch of noise.
I did that to my sister and she nearly killed me.
Well,
There's
that's
always
what
got to be-
uncles and aunts are for, but still, no, I'm good in terms of scenes.
Then we've got to.
Okay.
I kind of have to be quiet for a little bit.
So yeah, you're right, Squish. A lot of what I've been saying, the double entendres, they're going right over your head. I could certainly give you an education in what kind of things I'm putting down, so you learn and know. Okay. Yeah. So. Storm is obviously rather sheepish right now. He's blushing red through his fur, and he's fidgeting, and yeah, he's kind of he's got his hands in his backpack, fishing around for something. What I'm trying to say is, Squish, is that this might be the only night for a long time we're in a safe place with a comfy bed, and I want to enjoy it with you and be with you in the most complete and utter way possible. I can you know what Holly and Prince Faz did? And you were curious about that?
Yeah.
I would like to show you that, so you can experience it and know what it's like. At your own pace, of course. We have all night.
Is this the thing we talked about the other time?
Sex? Yes!
Squish is gonna look like she's blue screened a little bit. And then after a second, she looks like she is genuinely considering it.
I've got something that could help. And Storm pulls out the love enhancement potions. You pieced out before you could learn what these are all about. Don't worry, they were free.
When your first boyfriend breaks out the sex toys.
Shush! His heart's in the right place! As
What
it's the
the hell is that? How come you like it?
I'm sorry, you meant his hard-on is in the right place.
Yeah! As it's going to be both of our first times, I want it to be as a pleasurable and long-lasting as it could possibly be. I want to rock your 2-foot-high world, Squish. Sorry, the player is both embarrassed for his character, but very proud of him for feeling bold enough to push the subject.
I'm sorry,
But,
it's just that he's trying to be so suave, but he's like becoming dorkier and dorkier the more he's going.
Yep, that's the plan. You see, it's difficult for him because he can't be like all secretive and smooth about it because it will go over Squish's head otherwise. So it's a combination of I'm trying to be suave and make this charming, but I have to tell her exactly what I plan to do. Storm is fighting an uphill like battle here.
Somebody hand me Storm and Squish action figures to Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I'm pretty sure Ardeth did that a few months.
I think she did.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're not ready for that, I want to stop at any time. There are other things I can do for you.
Wow. We did almost try that other time. Maybe we could try and see what happens. And Squish is just like, I don't know what's happening, but okay.
Well, the future is now. And now is all we have, so let's make the most of it. You and I. Gods, I love you so much. I want to give you everything, Squish. So as stupid and dorky as this is, I'm going to do my damnedest to make you as happy as can be. Alright. And he uncorks the bottles. Bottoms up.
Bottoms down, and hopefully bottoms up again.
Oh my god. Why do I hear Repente? What is in this potion? Oh god!
And now you're playing a game of Naked Twister.
Oh god.
Okay. Right then. I would like you both to make me Constitution saves.
Sure.
No! No!
I will let you have it with advantage.
Yeah, because we have
Because
magical
you must-
potions for the
yes.
sex!
Sorry, guys.
How best to describe, without going into gratuitous detail, the sumptuous orgy of Goblin on Tabaxi lovemaking that went on all night long, all night?
Yeah! Good!
In fact, yes, you did so. In fact, Yeah, in fact, because Storm rolled a natural 20 on his Constitution save, Squish and Storm, for the next 24 hours, you both will have advantage on any attacks made within 5 feet of each other.
Holy crap!
Aw.
Oh, great! You're having the afterglow effect.
Yes!
Yeah. Basically, similar to what marriage does in ceremony, but for free.
I'm just going to post to the not safe for work.
Yes. Yes.
How is it? Oh god, what is it?
It is accurate. It is an accurate depiction of one of the poses taken on.
Yeah!
Don't kill the DM.
I'm sorry.
Just for some reason.
Well, Storm, my boy, you got there in the end. Attaboy, son. Attaboy.
Oh, gold. So, the next morning comes. Squish and Storm, like I said, you've had fun.
Lots and lots of fun.
Yeah. Not even stopping for biscuits.
And that's the naughtiest thing of all.
Mm. They made for life, you know. Imagine that! We don't even stop for biscuits! Thank you, Rick Mail. But yeah, you two have just woken up.
The snugging and the squeezing is now on the next level. The purring is non-stop, and Squish is just nuzzled the ever-loving shit out of. He cannot. He can't keep it. He can't stop. Like, he is like kissing all along her neck and giving her little kitty kisses with his tongue. He is being super affectionate. Meow.
And Squish is returning the favor.
Oh yeah.
Squish has learned many things.
Yes. Well, I hope I satisfied my lady love.
Just blush and giggle.
Mhm.
De-stressed goblin noises.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And now I won't have to drop as many double entendres. Because between you and me, I was getting what they call blue balls. And I am most satisfied now.
They look black to me.
That they are. It's a turn of phrase.
You know, I used to do that a lot.
I know, but as you heard last night, being direct while trying to be charming at the same time is kind of a difficult task.
Yeah, I suppose. Hey, I was raised in a monastery. Celibate.
Ah, see, you know what celibacy is.
Oh, I just kind of figured it out.
Well, that's going to be the complete opposite of us, I assure you. First night won't be the last, because I am a cat.
He can go for 9 lives.
Get this.
Alrighty, shall we get out of bed, or do you want to snuggle it up some more?
Yeah, we probably should go. We did say we wanted to
Alright.
get out first thing.
And he did.
Okay. Sammy and Jeremiah.
Yes.
What's going on with you two? And what's the point? Are we to both roll me checks?
I beg your pardon? What checks?
perception checks.
I wonder what it could be.
We've lost our children, I swear to God.
You both... It wasn't ridiculously loud, but you know what went on last night.
I had a feeling what was going to happen. Hence why I took... Alright, you crazy kids. Time to see what Mom and Dad are up to.
You go ahead, I'll stay here. Keep them occupied.
Sammy, the responsible adult in the room, distracts the kids.
Alright, just make sure they behave at least a little bit. I'll be back in a moment.
Something that isn't sin.
Hey, shiny keys. Jingle, jingle,
And
jingle.
yeah, Jeremiah makes his way over and knocks on the door. After all, privacy.
Oh God, they know.
Thump as they fall out of bed.
Are you up already?
Yeah, just give us a moment. Audible scrambling for cloves.
Look, I said you had a very nice night last night, but still.
Storm, my vest is stuck on the chandelier. Help!
No worries, I got that. Huh? There you go, sweetheart.
Oh, we are.
I think your kids behaved well.
We knew they would.
Alright,
So as we're more or less perhaps with some few things on backwards and crooked, but we're dressed. So we'll open the door. Yes? We're up and ready to go.
Storm, you have your shirt on backwards. The buttons usually go in the front.
Ah! Sometimes it's hard to tell, because since I generally don't button them up. Okay, Storm takes his long coat off and his shirt off, and there you go, Jeremiah. You get a nice show.
Look, I got enough of an earful last night.
Wish, are those paw prints on your pants? No, why? I'm only asking because Storm's wearing them.
I don't think he could fit into my clothes.
No, but you could certainly fit into mine. I could stuff you down my shirt.
Storm's shirt would be a dress on Squish.
Exactly.
Just don't give her too many ideas.
Morticia Adams in goblin form.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad that the two of you had fun. When we have things to do.
I figured that it was the best time for fun, seeing what lies ahead of us.
Uncertain waters.
Mm-hmm.
Right then. See. Mm-hmm. I'm fairly certain your kids will love to see you.
And we'd love to see them, eh, sweetie? Honey? Storm just waves his hand in front of Squish's eyes.
Sorry,
I know
distracted.
the afterglow is pretty intense, I understand.
Yes, I think I'm gonna open the window, let a little bit of fresh air in.
Anyway, away from this conversation because it's getting a little bit awkward. Let's pick up the kids.
Yes. Let's.
Says the oblivious goblin. Purposefully striding away from the situation.
Alrighty. But you can't stop me this time, for there is no dragon for you to ride saddle on. Scoop Squish up and place her onto his shoulders.
Oh, yeah, okay, we'll do this.
Come on, enjoy it while you can. It must be nice to see the world from, I don't know, 7 foot high.
Squish giggles, and then Storm doesn't duck going through the door.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Ow!
You alright? Do you need a healing boop?
I'm fine.
Well, I'll give you a boop of my own. Storm takes Squish off his shoulders and gives her a smooch on the forehead. And then, because he's feeling exceptionally bold after the fun night, he's going to give her a smooch on the lips! For a good full second. Mwah.
I would usually suggest that the two of you get a room, but seeing as you had one last night.
Embarrassed and squirming.
Forgive me, Jeremiah. I'm on cloud 9, as they say.
Oh,
The
I can
buzz
tell.
is
I
inside
can tell.
and on the outside.
Well, I mean, you're almost electric right now.
Good name for a band, by Electric Fuzz.
Damn right.
So, with that happy scene, Orla,
Yes.
how are you waking up?
Giving praise to Bahamut, doing her rituals, putting her armor back on, and heading out to the main common area to hopefully meet the others. In her prayers, she did tell Bahamut about what happened, just in case.